What's going on, everyone? Today we are going to cover the 5 areas you must foam roll. Now, you probably already know foam rolling is good for you. You're probably already doing it. It has shown to help a lot of people increase range of motion. But these are the areas that you really need to be doing, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do them, because a lot of people do these areas and maybe they're not getting the best out of it. So the first area we're going to focus on are the hips, posterior, the back, and on the side as well. I recommend you use a ball, lacrosse ball, or a tennis ball if you need something a little bit softer. Now, this is how most people usually do it. They sit here, maybe they might even do it with a foam roller. Foam roller is a little too soft for this. You want something a little bit more dense, like a ball. And they just do this. Maybe they'll do this. They'll bring their leg up. What I want you to do is go really slow. In all of these positions, we're going to go very slow. I'm going to search the high end of the hip. So most people forget that the butt goes all the way and attaches to the top of the pelvis here. So I can even lie down here and find what's really tight and tender. And when I find a spot, I'm just going to hold and breathe into it. We want to go slow. Don't just keep moving up and down from different positions. Next, we can sit up for sure here and get into that center area. There's usually going to be something there. Same deal. You can just hold here, wait until you find some changes happen. Another area for the glute you can get is on the side. So right now, I'm on my elbow, my top leg is planted, my bottom leg is forward with the knee bent. I just lift and I put that ball right under my butt. And I move slowly. I find something, ooh, right there. I'm gonna stay there. And what I can do with this bottom knee is bring it up and down. And what we want to do here is, again, stay in a spot for a while until you feel some changes happen. Because we want to create changes. We want to let the nervous system also relax into the position. And that's why the breathing slowly will help. Now, the next part of the hip that you want to get is on the side, but slightly forward. So let's find out how to find this muscle before we actually roll it. Keeping the legs a little bit bent here. Use your fingers and trace the side of your thigh until you find that really bony protrusion here that comes out of that femur, all right? So I'm not on the hip bone, I'm still below it. Once I find the tip of that, I'm gonna keep going down until I'm just off that bone. So I'm in between those two bones, the top of the pelvis and that femur bone. Now from there, I'm gonna go slightly towards the front, and I'm gonna find something squishy here, all right? So right about where that pocket is. And to make sure we're in the right place, I want you to try to slide your leg out. So I have my foot down, try to slide, and you should feel the muscle very firmly contract when you do that. That's called the TFL, tensor fascial latae. I'm going to take the ball there, and here we just roll over to the side like we're lying on our bed. The knee is going to be slightly forward so the hip stays bent. We don't want to keep it completely straight. And then we just use our arm here like a pillow. This top leg can support us and move us around a little bit if we need to. This hand can also be on the floor in front to support. Breathe slowly into this position because a lot of people find this pretty bad. Area number 2 you want to foam roll is going to be all the stuff here on the side of the shoulder blade. So we're going to get some lats, we're going to get some teres minor, some teres major, maybe some other stuff. But all these things here, pull your shoulder down. And what we're going to do is release it. And also, it might stop you from bringing the arm up higher into some overhead positions. So you want to lie down on the foam roller, the legs, bottom leg forward, top leg planted. Get the arm, hand between the shoulder blades, elbow off the floor, and start by doing a little rolling like a log. See how that feels? Then maybe you can add a little up and down to search. And that's what we want to do. We want to search. If that's not too bad, get those hips off the floor. And you can just hold the worst point there. All right. Breathe into it. Take your time until you find some changes happen. If a foam roller is not that bad, try it with the lacrosse ball in one of those points. Next up, we're going to get the chest. Now, these muscles, if they're really tight, they're going to bring your shoulder forward quite a bit. We want to get this right towards the center of the shoulder joint itself. Here, I'm going to lean into this. So I can come up to the knees or come up to the toes. Once I find a spot, I bring the arm up and down. I can also even bring the arm behind me and see how that feels. You can also try this with a kettlebell. So I prefer this version a little bit more because you can just lie down instead of having to work to keep yourself up. I'm going to be on my side. The kettlebell's right in front of me. I'm going to grab the handle here, keep it tight to my body as I roll facing up, and I can slide this kettlebell up towards my chest, again, just to the center from my shoulder. Find a tender point, and once again, I can reach slowly up and down here on that chest muscle. Now you may want to start a little bit lighter, maybe like a 12 kilo, like a 20-pound kettlebell, something like that, and then go heavier as your body allows you to. If I find something, I can even rotate too, but I'm staying in that spot, working that area to create some changes. Area number 4 that you need to get are the calf muscles. Now you can use a foam roller, but usually people outgrow the foam roller pretty quickly. You can also use a PVC pipe, like a wide PVC pipe, or anything that has a smooth edge to it. So I'm going to use the handle of the kettlebell here. I'm going to put one leg on top of that kettlebell. And for a lot of people, maybe this is going to be enough. I just roll slowly, side to side, finding tender points. If I find something I'm holding, I'm going to pump slowly, toes towards the shin, and then relaxing. If that's not enough, I add the other leg on top and create some more pressure. So just make sure you search everything on the inside, in the middle, and slightly to the outside of the calf muscles. Now those calves, they get a lot of use because we're walking, maybe we're playing sports, and a lot of people don't pay a lot of attention to them. But this is what creates a lot of force through our ankles and our feet. So it's very important, especially as we age as well, to be able to keep our power through our feet. And the last but not least area you want to foam roll are the quads, the front of the thighs. Now, a lot of people do these, but they do this pretty inefficiently. So what I want you to do is focus on one leg at a time. I'm just going to lie down. I'm going to turn my hips a little bit. So now I'm putting more weight on my right leg right now. And I'm going to slowly roll, finding what's tight, what's tender. I'm going to hold at the pretty bad point, and then leg pump. All right, so most people just go face down like this, right? And they just keep moving up and down. I want you to turn, find a really bad spot, and pump that leg again. We keep doing this until you find some changes, and you can make some changes. And then, of course, you switch legs, find a spot, and go. So a lot of people also think they're working the IT band if they turn a lot. But what I found is it's usually the edge of that quad. The quad muscle goes all the way wide right here and attaches towards the backside of that femur, of that thigh bone. So all this is my quad right here, plus this part. When those quads are really tight, they will affect the knee quite a bit. And I have trained quite a few people that come in with knee pain through the front, through the patellar tendon. We foam roll those quads, stretch them out, and the knee pain greatly reduces because those quad muscles become the tendon that goes over the knee. And those are the 5 big areas you should definitely be foam rolling almost every day of the week if you can. Take some time, a handful of minutes to do this. Even think of it maybe as its own workout. Maybe take 30 to 45 minutes to foam roll all those areas each day. Or if you're working, let's say, I'm going to do legs today, you spend a little bit more time beforehand to get those extra lower body portions a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more mobile. So give those a shot and let me know how it goes.